Well, it looks like we got somebody in here now. I'm gonna try to get everybody to comment on here about where they're from. I'm sitting in New Smyrna Beach, Florida right now, doing a little bit of fishing out here by myself. I figured I'd go live for a few minutes and just try and see where the subscriber base is and who all's where, and try and start getting an idea of where I can go and maybe do some meet and greets. We're getting a few thousand subscribers now, so up to like almost 7,000. Somebody else is on here now. We're trying to figure out who all's from where. Get y'all to comment on it and in the comment section on this thing and see about where everybody's from. Who's seeing this where at? Oh, that's cool. Well, I hope it don't smell too bad. So I'm just out here in New Smyrna doing a little bit of fishing by myself, waiting on Jeff to get off work in Orlando. It's like an hour and 20 minutes away, trying to get figured out. Oh, we got some more people signing on. No doubt. You definitely did that. Try and get everybody that's on here to keep commenting where you're from. Ohio. All right. That way we can try and figure out where all everything is, where all everybody is. We're getting like 7,000 subscribers. We should be there tomorrow. So, Kentucky. 10-4. So Ohio and Kentucky. So just give you all a quick view, see what I got going on here. Turn that camera around. I'm out here in New Smyrna. You see the tides just started flowing good. I've got a lit bobber over there. You can see it bouncing up right there. Just trying to get me a nice little snook tonight. We got everybody else is over here. Got a bunch of people. So try and get you turned back around here. The bait shop didn't have what I wanted. So I'm just using shrimp tonight. No croakers. So we got more people filing in. Everybody that's coming in, can you comment on there where you're from, so I can kind of get an idea of like what I'm reaching out to, who I'm reaching out to, what areas, how far is the spread of everything. Whoever put that in my mom's stomach, that's odd, gross. Flat Earth, I don't believe it, because the flat Earth thing, there's no such thing as gravity, right? So it's their belief is that the Earth is rising at the same, like the flat of the Earth is rising at the exact same amount, and that's why things go to the ground. That's why we're standing. That's why there's a bottom to everything. And I literally just had this conversation with my buddy the other day about it, and I don't believe it, because if that was the case, then an anvil would drop at the same rate as a feather. That's been some of the beliefs that I've seen, like when I looked it up about the flat Earth. But let's be real, when we get out on the ocean and you like, all right, here's a perfect example. When I was in Puerto Rico like a month ago, I was at the fort right there, and you can look across it, you can see how that it just goes downhill, you know what I mean? Like you can see that small little bit. I can't remember what it is. My uncle told me what it is, but the curve of the earth, it's like every 6 miles it's like a mile deep or something like that, like the if you were to draw a straight line. My uncle told me one time what it was. Fine, I make California girls. Jeez. So if they don't believe in space, what do they believe that? What do they believe that we're just standing on solid ground? Where's that solid ground at? It's got to be an end to it somewhere. Hey, everybody that's signing in and watching, we're trying to see out about where I'm going to keep repeating myself all the way through this. Just trying to see where everybody's from. Try and get everybody to comment on it and just let me know how far are we reaching out? How far of a spread do we have on our viewership, and just trying to get an idea. I figured there'd be a lot of Central and Pacific time zone, because it's, what time is it now? It's midnight or so, I think. Yeah, it's just after midnight here. Some think it's an infinite plane. Yeah, I just can't believe that. Especially all the times we go out on the ocean and we're like out there and we're watching around. And as you're looking across everything, now granted there's waves and all that, but on a nice flat calm day when we're out there and it's almost like Lake Atlantic, it's, you can see that curve, you know. I just, I can't do it. I can't believe it that it's not curved. We got, I haven't heard anybody over there saying they caught anything yet or not. Let me see if I can. Yeah, yeah, you can zoom. Sweet. You have to forgive my shakiness. Got some boats all up over there. There's another one. There's Fender right over there is the channel. You see the red light for the channel mark. So you go through that a little bit there, but there's a nice little fender right over there, and you got the pilings here. So everybody that's coming in, go ahead and comment where you're from. There's 18 of y'all in there now. $28 now. Let's see, where are all y'all from? Go ahead and comment down below there. That way I can see who's where. Oh. Enid, Oklahoma. Okay. Well, Tommy, appreciate you commenting. Let me know. Trying to get an idea, because it's odd that our viewership has grown so much in the past couple weeks. Like the amount I've gained like 4 or 5 thousand subscribers in a month, and I'm like, how in the world are we doing this? That we're gaining so many people so quick. No problem. No problem. All right. So I'm trying to get. I'm waiting on Jeff to get here. If y'all watch our videos, you've seen me and Jeff in there. We both, when we get together, it's just always nonstop fun. We're both good dudes who are slightly immature, which I think that's normal for brothers, right? So, anyways, I'm waiting on him to get off work. He should be off in like an hour or so, and then he'll be out here. I'll go pick him up at the boat ramp, unless he walks down this ramp right here, and I can pull up beside him and get this. There's a right over here to the side here. You can see right there. Try and zoom in. Uh, you can see they got a nice little dock that they built for the public. Jeff could always walk out that real quick, and I'll just go right over to it because there's looks to be a nice open spot right over there. So, anyways, what's up, Cody? Where are you at tonight, Cody? How far across the United States have you made it? Tommy, I appreciate you subbing, man. Appreciate that. We got 36 people in here now. Jeff's texting me now, so he must be off work. Let me grab my other phone so I can call him from that. Thank God for the old work phone here. California. Bakersfield. Dwight Yoakam's from out there, isn't he? Gary Allen's from there. I remember that. And there's a NASCAR driver that's from there. Let's get Jeff on the line. I don't ever use my work phone, and iPhones are just not my thing. Kevin Harvick.
Hello.
There we go. Hey, you're on live right now with everybody. We got like 22 people on, so don't say nothing goofy. Are you almost out of work or what?
No, I'm finishing up. You want me to call you when I leave?
Yeah. I haven't had much luck yet. I don't think anybody has. I haven't seen anybody pull anything in. So.
Gotcha. All right. Well, give me about 20, 30 minutes. I'll call you.
All right. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Well, at least I'll have a little bit of company here in a little bit. You're at the racetrack. Is there a race this weekend, or are you just dropping stuff off there? Anybody that's watching, Cody he's one of our good friends. He does hot shot transport all across the U.S. And if you see his map where it shows like his Google Maps, where it shows like all his pinpoints of all the places he's been, there ain't an open spot. He's been on the move. I think I'm gonna be on the move here soon too, because we ain't getting no bites. And like I said, nobody else is really doing anything either. The waves just started rolling in. Wind's whipping pretty good. You see that ripple there? That's the waves rolling in. So it was odd. There was damn sargassum weed in the intercoastal. A damn weed line in the intercoastal earlier. It's wild to me. So, hey, everybody that's in here, I was going to keep repeating myself along the way, trying to figure out where all everybody's at so we can try and get some idea of how far our reach is stretching. There's 34 of us in here now. Just trying to get an idea as to how far out our reach is getting, because we're gaining a huge amount of subscribers, and we're not really having a lot of interaction. So we were trying to figure out like what's going on there. And we took a break from putting any big videos out until we hit 1,000 subscribers. And when we did that, we released the one about our Maki Championship that we did offshore. That was me, my Uncle Blake, who's got his channel, which is Dull Hooks and Dumb Luck Fishing. So we're fixing to start posting videos on there. He's going to talk about American Red Snapper and all the detrimental decisions that are being made by the South Atlantic. It's SAMFC or something like that. Basically they are who has stated that we're going to do this red snapper, and it goes until 2044. So 20 more years, and in the 15 years that it's already been going, since 2010, we've seen, and my uncle, he's going to go through all this. You'll see it if you go look at his video when it comes out. It's talked about how every other species of fish that we've got are just depleting that by huge numbers. Like they're just not there anymore. And the people who are in those paid positions to kind of regulate it, they're not doing their job. And now the National Oceanic Atmospheric Association, they're taking it over. And they're going to try and make some new rules and new laws. They're talking about shutting the bottom fishing down in the Atlantic so that they can allow the other populations to grow. But they're just so dense because they don't realize that like all these red snapper are aggressive. They are eating everything they come into contact with. So like our black sea bass, we don't ever see them anymore. I went offshore with my buddy Marshall. We went out to one spot and it was just over the 3 mile mark. We went out there and we got some little, and I'm talking like they were like 6-inch sea bass, and we got a bunch of red snapper. They've got so many red snapper here on this coast now that people are catching, and this is multiple instances. People are catching the red snapper in the intercoastal waterway. That's wild. They've never been in there. So, like, I know a couple years ago we started seeing more mutton snapper in here, which was odd. Had never encountered that. And I asked one of the guides that I talk to pretty regularly. He says, "Man, that's something new this year. It just they started showing up." So I don't know if it's like the red snapper population is pushing all those other fish in, or if it's just they're staying out. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I can tell you this: we have got a problem that we've got way too many red snapper, and we don't have enough of all the other species, right? And they just keep telling us, well, you only get 1 day a year. And when we go out for that 1 day a year, it's dangerous. I mean, it's wild how many people go out on the same exact day. And then, you're going in and out that inlet, and it's just a nonstop line of people all day long in and out. And people are leaving at, 10 o'clock, at 9 o'clock the night before. They get out there, they pull the red snapper up at midnight, and then they're on their way back in. And we went out, we left the ramp, I think we left at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, we left the ramp. And as we were on our way out, it was like a parade. It was just all boats lined up all the way through. So the Coast Guard's not happy with that. Noah has some people that we talked to, they've talked to other people, and they said that's one of the things that the Coast Guard is like very unhappy with them, because they're only allowing 1 day. So everybody and their brother's doing that all the way up the coast. And then on the other coast, you got a ridiculous amount of days. Like it's just, it's wild. And they tagged a fish right out here off of Florida, right outside of Daytona Beach. A week or two later, or maybe it was a month, I can't remember the exact dates, but I do remember it was over here, and then it must have went all the way down and around and back up the other side of the state, and they found it over by Tampa. It had been tagged, so they called the tag in, and they had located it, and it was all the way around there. And it was a short period of time. It was a wildly short period amount of time. So, hey, everybody that's coming in, and I'm sure we've had some people go in and out, but everybody that's in here, if y'all could comment where you're from, just trying to get an idea as to what our subscriber base is, and who all's here. And if you're a subscriber, put sub and where you're from. Or if you're not a subscriber, just put unsub or something like that. Like, just give me an idea, because we're trying to figure out how in the world that we've gained, it's in the past month, we've gained over 4,000 subscribers, but we're not having like a huge amount of people that are interacting on the videos and watching the videos and stuff. And there's a couple of them that are funny. Like anybody that wants to see a funny video, like me and Jeff, his boat, we took the console out, and so we were sitting there and we just laughed about it. We're like, we should just bolt a 2x6 to the side of the motor and go fishing. And we did, and we went shrimping. But we did a video about that, and it's just a goofy like 5-minute video, but it's funny. So we're trying to get into some more stuff like that so we can interact with y'all and give y'all some entertainment too. But we're just getting started on it. So, as we're gaining all this knowledge of like how YouTube works and what's the best way to do things, we're trying our best to Something's fiddling with my line here. We're trying our best to try and get an idea as to where everybody's from, and just see if it's like, just random or what. Because to go from 1,500 subscribers to almost 7,000, I mean, we're right there close to 6,900 right now. So Tommy said he subscribed, so there's a new one. And we're trying to cut out. I was putting out some videos originally, and it was all going to be like how-to videos for fixing your boat up. And a lot of people were watching those, and we've got one that it just took off, and every single day it's like got another 100 something views. So we're just gaining and gaining, gaining on that one. And then we got some videos that you get like 100 something views, and that's it. And what are some topics that y'all would like to see? Like I'm doing fiberglass repair on Damn Skiffy. It's a 16-foot to J16 Carolina skiff, and like all Carolina skiffs, it's got a bunch of moisture in the hull in the foam. So we're gonna have to take that out. We're gonna have to dry that out, and I got a couple different ways I want to try it. I got some heavy black plastic, and I'm gonna try to put a dehumidifier in there and see if that works. See if that'll help dry that thing out. Right at the wall, perfect. Try and dry that thing out. So there's 20 of us in here right now, it says. So if y'all could just comment on it, just tell us where you're at right now. That way we can get an idea. It's wild how these lives like goes from, maybe it only updates every so many seconds, but it's going like there was 30 something of us a few minutes ago. And now there's, 20 and 10 and now 13. And it's wild how it updates. And granted, I understand it's late too. So it's midnight here. So, what's the time? Does everybody know what the time difference between Florida, Eastern time zone, and Hawaii is? I think it's 8 hours, or maybe it's 7, because I think Hawaii doesn't recognize, just like Puerto Rico, they don't recognize daylight savings time. I don't think. Does anybody in here know what the time difference for Florida to Hawaii is? Anybody can comment on that? What the time zone difference would be from Florida to Hawaii? I think it's 8 hours. Either way, 8 hours. It's 4 o'clock there, so people should be getting off work. So just trying to see like how far out is our reach. Where are we getting to? Who's seeing what? What areas are we at? Who's seeing us? Just all the good stuff. $9.20 in SoCal. What part of SoCal? I've done quite a bit of work in Southern California, actually all over California. For my work, I do fire sprinklers, and I travel the United States. That's my normal career. I'm one of the 4 national foremen that we have. Uh, so I spent a lot of time in East Los Angeles, and we did a building there, which actually was all over the news because it just the roof of it caught fire because all those solar panels that were up there. All the solar panels that were on top at the it used to be Preferred Freezer, now it's Lineage Logistics. It's a big freezer warehouse, which when I say big, I mean like it's an entire city block. When Preferred Freezer built it, it was called Big Bear, was the code name for it, and that's what they decided they were going to do. They were going to name that thing Big Bear, and it was the biggest job that Wigginton had done. Then we did a job up in it was a Publix distribution up in North Carolina, but out there in South California, we were in East LA, and that was different out there. I took my motorcycle with me. My motorcycle did not make it back. because there's a reason why Gone in 60 Seconds is filmed and placed in Long Beach, because the morning that mine got stole, there was some, yeah, oh, just broke it off. Damn. Hopefully there was, yep, the hook broke right off. That thing bent right over. I don't know, y'all can't see it, but maybe just in the light of that. Ugh. All right, well, gonna have to get me a hook tied on. Yeah. Anyways, when I was in Long Beach, we that was definitely a snook. I'm gonna have to tie a heavier leader on that before we put it back out. But I'm gonna put this other one out over here. Um, when I was in Long Beach, yeah, I woke up one morning and it was like only a few days after my birthday. So happy birthday to me, right? Wake up, my motorcycle's been stolen. And when I talked to the cop about it, he's like, "Yeah, you're like the 8th person I've done a report for this morning." So that sucked. Damn. If only. You know what would be really cool is if YouTube had a deal where you could do like if I could use a 360 camera and y'all could go in there and turn it and be able to see all the way around. That'd be cool. But anyways, back to it. So I've done a bunch of work in Long Beach, and then I wanted to go down and do. I wanted to go see like San Diego. Like everybody's always told me, like go to the San Diego Zoo. Go to the San Diego Zoo. It was so great, and I never made it down there. So we got 13 of us in here at the moment. Anybody trying to? We're trying to figure out how far our subscriber base is getting out, and so we're just trying to see where everybody's at, where everybody's from, and just try and get an idea as to how far of a reach we're getting. So, and if anybody else knows that's in here, so if you comment where you're from, but also comment and tell us if anybody knows what the time difference is from Florida to Hawaii. I think it's 8 hours. It might be 7 hours right now because of daylight savings time, which tomorrow night, daylight savings time turns back. So we gain an hour of sleep or an hour of fishing time. Oh, I can't believe that thing broke. Trying to use some light leader. A little too light. Dang. Yeah. That was definitely a snook. I can feel all the damn. I can feel all the rough on the leader. You can feel it. Damn it, man. All right. Well, let me go find me a hook. I think I got one actually. Pack. Bam. Got me a pack. Anybody can comment on here where they're from. Trying to figure out how far out our subscriber base is getting. That leader's good on the top side. We just have to replace the bottom piece here. And of course, I ran off and forgot my dang pliers, so having to use one of these Danko knives. And I'm here to tell you right now, this is probably the dumbest idea anybody's ever had. There's the sharp side on like the side closer to my head, right? So you put this thing on here for it to lock on, and that little tab down there, that little tab right there. So let's just say you try and flick this thing off and you run your finger down that blade. That's dumb. All they had to do was put it on the side. But that probably explains why this was $1 or $2 or whatever at Wally World. They were trying to get rid of them, get them off the shelf, and I was the dumbass to buy one. Anybody that's in here want to comment where you're from? Just trying to get an idea as to what who's from where, what's where, how far out we're reaching. I'm gonna be like a broken record on this all night, trying to figure it out. Where's everybody from? Well, not all night, because your boy didn't bring his phone cord, and we're at 20%. So 20% battery. Anybody want to comment on where they're from? Give us an idea. How far out we're reaching. Who we're reaching. Are you subbed? Are you not subbed? If you would sub, that'd be nice. Just keep growing. Trying to keep growing and growing and growing the channel. Trying to start picking up our video content just a little bit more, doing a little bit more videos. We're gonna try to take. Oh, these guys got one. Oh, not. Oh no. I don't know if they just dropped this fish into the water or they dropped it into the boat. They probably dropped it into the boat, but that was a nice slot size snook that they just dropped over there. They're both kind of standing there like, "Duh." Whoops. Let's see. Anybody that's in here want to comment on where you're from? That way we can try and see how far out we're reaching. That way, damn Skippy can keep growing and try and figure out. Like, I would like to go do some fishing in other places. So if we have any fishermen in here that would like to invite us up, and we can get ourselves there and all that, we just want to go do some fishing in other places and see how everybody else does it. Like one of the big things I want to do is go to Charleston and go flounder gigging there, because there's quite a bit of flounder gigging stuff there. So they're pretty well known for it, but we'll try and do that here in the next probably couple weeks, because Florida, it opens back up December 1st, which is Addison, my niece's birthday. So we usually go for her birthday. We'll go and do some flounder gigging. So I cannot believe that thing broke off. I saw that rod bend over, and I went to grab it, and as soon as I went to grab it, pop. Had that drag set tight because I got to try and pull them things out from underneath the filings. Ugh. I got to find some leader real quick. I'm going to switch this out. We're going to switch over and use some 40-pound monofilament leader. Maybe give us just a little bit more stretch. I got fluorocarbon on the one with the floating bobber. Let's see if we can get this thing to, yeah. I'll tie this thing up here. Showing 11 of us in here. If anybody can comment on where they're from, 14 now. If anybody can comment where they're from, just trying to get an idea as to where our subscribers are from, where our we're being presented to, where everybody that's been able to see us, where they're finding it from. So that was the hook that I just dropped. I can't believe that damn thing broke. I am so mad at myself. Ugh. I was like a little kid. I was like, ooh, hold on, let me get it. Just out here fishing. For anybody that's new in here, there's 18 of us, it looks like. I'm in New Smyrna Beach. Just down here fishing one of the bridges. Trying to see. That'd be the one thing. That'd be nice. Oh yeah. Daddy likey. All right. Let's see. So on my boat, when I bought it new, well, hold on. When I bought it new to me, it had been used as a boat club boat. So it's amazing how many people take off and run high speed, even though it's all no wake. And then at night. Anyways, when I bought it, somebody had started using the top of this Lexan here. You can see it for the live well. Somebody had started using it as a cutting board, so there's some marks on there. I want to get a new one, and I know Blue Gabe from Oregon. All right, Oregon. I figured it'd be most like Central and Western America. Hey, from Oregon, do you know how far it is, like time wise? Do you know what the time zone difference is to Hawaii? Too much. Oh my. Where's that at? 2 hours to Hawaii? I think the flight alone's like 5 hours. It's only 2 hours over? No, it's gotta be more than that. See, from me, it would be 5 from Florida. Oh, it's only 5 hours? I have to see if I can get my buddy Jason. He lives down there. He moved down there. I say down there, over there. He moved over there a couple years ago. He left Florida, left us all over here, moved over there, and he says he's been loving it. You know, I don't know how old y'all are that are in here, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that my eyes are not as good as they used to be. And I find myself squinting. And then anybody heat, oh, Jeff's calling. I'll have to tell him to call the other phone. Oh, any bit of darkness, I'm like, time difference. I was talking about. Yeah, time difference. I swore it was more like 7 hours. I don't know. Anyways, forgot what I was talking about there. Before that. Oh, my eyes. Because here I am trying and poke this thing through a spot and I can't see nothing. Yeah. Nice and tight right there. Got some 40-pound monofilament. Maybe have us a little more stretch with some monofilament than that fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon's strong, but mono stretches. That's what we need so we can keep this thing from happening again. You know, I swear I set that down right here. Flick this flashlight on. Right there, back by the hook. All right, maybe that would help, actually. Oh, that would help tremendously for y'all to see me in Pensacola, the Reef Robber. 2 weeks ago. What were you in Pensacola for? Somebody in the military at that base there, or where was your? Well, I guess the real big thing is, did you do any fishing? Did you do any the Reef Robber? What is your What do you? What's on your channel? What do you do? That's interesting. The name. If that's a spear fishing channel, that would be cool. My cousin did wedding my wife's nephew. Oh, might as well call those funerals. I'm still a little sore about mine. I married the wrong woman. Anyways, I fish the Pacific Open as much as I can. Well, we're gonna have to keep in touch because I want to start going out that way. I want to do some different fishing. I want to do something that's for like my 40th birthday coming up. I was thinking about doing something about like maybe there's Casa Vieja is one of the lodges there in Guatemala, and I mean Guatemala, Costa Rica's right there, right? So I thought about going there and checking that out because it's American owned, and they actually have a Casa Vieja that's in Keys. The same people, they're American, they own it. So thought about fishing both of those with them. What all do you catch out there in the Pacific? I know y'all got tuna like crazy too. What are all y'all catching? Brother has a pond in his backyard. I think, and speaking of that, I think the state of Alabama will stock your pond. Yeah, I think that's part of their deal that they stock your pond. Uh, the reason why I think that is because when I was younger, we had property in Alabama. Oh hell yeah, I'll take you. Well, what do you catch out there? What are you going for? What gear do I need to bring? That's what I need to know. Other than that, just time and place, when and where. I'm there. Put that over there. It's gonna get dark for a second. Sounds like I'm peeing. It's not. Just reaching for a nice new shrimp. We've got some live ones in here, boy. Trying to find me a nice big one. There we go. Nice livey there. Rockfish, lingcod, evidon, salmon. Well, every one of those sounds cool because it's something I've never caught. So I would love to go. So what's the Reef Robber? That's just your fishing channel? Because we want to help promote everybody, right? Because we're trying to help promote ourselves. So the more we all help each other, the better off we all are here. All right, let me see here. Ooh, 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 ooh. We almost lost the work phone to the drink. My boss would have been real happy about that. Put this guy back over here. Toss this back out. See what we can do. Oh my god. Yes, my fishing channel. I'll check it out. I'll subscribe when we get off here, and then we can. If you'll take down my if you'll take down my info, I my email is damnskiffy23@gmail, and then we can hook up from there and get phone numbers and whatnot. But yeah, man, that'd be cool. That would be really be awesome. I would love to check out some fishing in California because when I was there before, I didn't do it, and I kicked myself for not. My batteries are wearing out my bobber here. One of these lighted bobbers. Yep. All right. Are you kidding, man? Oh. Oh. Looks like one of the guys that was fishing over on the over on that pier over there got tangled up with me. All right, check this drag. That's tight. Loosen that drag just a little bit. Hopefully we don't break off this time. All right, let's see. It might take me off live stream, but I'll be right back. Okay. Email, so I don't forget. All right. Oregon. Oh, okay. So you're in Oregon. All right. Jeff Jones just signed on. What up, buddy? Just still doing this. I'm at 15% battery, so I ain't gonna be able to do it much longer, unless maybe I sign up on the work phone. Oh, it's at 47%. That ain't bad. So if my phone does die, I'll sign back on. Kenya over in Africa, really? Wowee. Well, hey, that's cool. That's really cool that we're reaching that far. What time is it in? What time is it in Kenya right now, Jeffrey? That's really awesome. Jeff, if you're looking and you scroll back about like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago, I was sitting here and I saw the rod bend over. And as soon as I went to grab it, I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like a damn little kid. That's going to be a short. We're going to pull it out of there. I was like a little kid. I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I grabbed the rod and it broke the line. So had to drag tight to try and drag it out from underneath there. 7:48 Saturday morning. That's cool, man. That's cool. Do y'all do any fishing over there? How close to the coast are you? Thinking King is right over there on that lower left side, right? Like about midway. Do y'all do any fishing there? Just sent me an email. All right, cool. I will. I'll get off here in a little bit, and I'll check that email, and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll make us a trip. Me and Jeff will come out that way. Um, the great thing about my work is that I've got over 1 million hotel points. So as long as there's a Marriott somewhere close, I got a place to stay, and we can get our flights out there and just we can plan that. That'd be cool. Go out there and catch some stuff we haven't never caught. Jeff, he's saying hi to you. I don't know if you're driving and you're watching or what, but I'm in Central Kenya. Jeffrey's in Central Kenya. No fishing there. Well, if you get a chance to come to Florida or the Bahamas, anywhere over there, good fishing. Real good fishing. I'd like to know if we got Jesus, another person like once the sun goes down, these people just fly through the no wake zone. Anyways, I would like to go over to Australia. Oh, Jeff, what I was saying is guy, the Reef Robber. The Reef Robber? What's your first name? So I got that. Oh, we are on different platforms. We're on Instagram and we got a Facebook page, but the Facebook page, I haven't really done anything with it. But our Instagram, we're getting it going all right. When I say all right, I mean like we got like 100 something people. Woo, trying to get out and join my brother. Yeah, he is. What do you say? What do you mean you were way behind? You didn't start one, or you just started one and you had your Earl. All right, Earl. All right. Oh, and a TikTok. Jeff said, can't forget that. We got Jeff does all the TikTok. That's why I didn't think of it. Jeff does all the TikTok because Jeff is the funny guy. He really is. He's definitely funnier than me. I'm gonna replace this over here. Reel this thing in it. God, I want to go back and see that spot in there. Like a little damn kid. One more time. Get it where I want it. Right up close. Well, Jeff, I don't know if you saw it or heard it earlier. I only got shrimp. I tried finding some croakers. Kate's bait shop didn't have it. That's the only one I went to. Oh, I called New Smyrna Bait and Tackle. Let's see. Trying to hit 30,000 by the end of the year. 30,000 on YouTube. I was somehow way back at the beginning of this live. Oh, yeah. Now you caught up. Okay. Is there like a button you can just like drag across like a progress bar and just catch back up? Hey, you know what's funny? It is Jeffrey Earl. I didn't think about that. We got Instagram people coming from Bangladesh. They're trying to comment. Nice, 30,000. That's awesome. On average, how many views do your other that 30,000? How many views do your videos get, and what's your percentage of subscribed and not subscribed? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because we're like, now granted, I know our last video was like, meh, you know what I mean? It was mediocre, but it was just a space filler, right? We're just trying to like get everything going. We filmed that our last video where we talked about the boat steering and stuff, and how we goofed up and put it in backwards. We filmed that back in like February or March. Jeff, call my work phone. Just hit 5,500 on Instagram. That's awesome. Hit the screen. It says skip to live. Got it. I'm still learning YouTube. I'm still learning Instagram. I'm still learning like all these things. And I'm like, I started looking at, don't pay for Google ads. Don't pay to promote your videos. Like we paid to promote a couple videos, trying to like be like, okay, well, that'll help us get started and get everything the ball rolling. It gives you a lot of views and it might get you a lot of subscribers, but the problem is that your watch hours, it doesn't give you any watch hours towards your 4,000 to get started on monetization. So that was a expensive lesson, but we'll figure it out. We try and put our stuff on Facebook and then Instagram, and then I thought about if I could put shorts out on Instagram. Let's see, not great. Lately I've been getting between 1 to 2,000 in the first week. Should be a lot more. What is your normal? What do you normally see for your first week? Because we get a couple hundred, and then there's some videos that we get a nice little chunk, but we're fixing to start doing more fishing videos, which we're going to do some live baiting, trolling offshore. We're going to do some high speed trolling, and then obviously early next year we'll do some mahi fishing, wahoo fishing, and that'll pretty much, we'll start wahoo and probably, actually we if it'll calm down, we can go out and do some wahoo now, and then it'll slack off toward December, January, and then pick back up February, March. Let's see. I put a long video every Monday evening and 3 shorts a day. Oh wow, 3 shorts a day. That's badass. That's a lot. I try and do like 3 a week, and Thursday, yeah. So yesterday I went to Sarasota, which is like an hour and a half drive from the job I'm working at by Tampa. And on my way down, I didn't have time to stop because it was traffic and I was running behind, and I got there right on time. But I was like, well, on my way back out, I'll stop. I'll take my lunch. I'll go fish for a little bit. And I did. And I put up the short of just catching a little sheephead. And my uncle used to take me all the time, and we dig for all the fiddler crabs, and you can't dig anymore. They don't allow that. So I know you can collect them, right? So I went over there. There's a spot. I found it. I just looked upon it for this fishing spot. It's under a bridge in Bradenton, and they've got over to the side. There is a ton of fiddler crabs. So every time I go there, I walk over. I grab me a bunch of fiddler crabs, get those, put them in like some sort of container. All our work shirts have got a pocket here, so I can stick them in it. Well, I'm sitting there one day, and I kind of folded my pocket up a little bit so it'd be like keep them down in there. And all of a sudden, I felt something on my neck, and I reach around, and I'm like, "How the heck did that thing get around there?" And then I like put it in there. I'm like, "There was another one somewhere. Where's the other one at?" It was in my beard. So I figured out now. Find me a container that they can't climb. So I usually cut a water bottle, stick it in there. Now I just put all of them in there. Every time I need one, pull it out, shake me one out. Um, and those sheephead under that bridge, man, that bridge is known for the sheephead that are underneath it, and it's just wild. Um, it's wild how many are there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Come here. No, I don't know if y'all can hear this. All right, come on, baby. Oh, this is definitely bigger than. This is bigger than slot size. Oh yeah, come on, baby. Oh, oh, come on, come on. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. What's really going to be fun is trying to net this thing by myself here in a minute. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. Come here. Come on. Keep coming this way, guy. Oh yeah. Nice snook here. Oh yeah. Come here. Nope. Redfish. So got us a nice redfish here. That thing, I believe, is going to be outside of lot. Let me get this thing picked up. I'll show y'all. Getting him dehooked now. Come on, baby. Get out of there. Where's him damn pliers? Got my old rusty pliers. Rusty, trusty, ugly stick pliers. Ooh, he might actually be in fly. Get out of that net. You can see he's nice size. Let's see here. And of course, my measuring stick is put away. Y'all are gonna have to give me just a moment, and I'll get y'all tilted back up in just a second. I got this sticker on the other side over here we can use. Let's see if I can. No, I can't prop the phone up like that. Hold on. Let's see here. Well, damn. A 30-inch redfish. 30 inches. Size limit's 27. So let's get this guy revived. All right, he swam away. All right, well, that was fun. Caught something there. Got us a manatee or dolphin. Just popped up beside us. Jeff, are you back on the Daddy's coming? Get out of here. There it is. So, Earl, Jeff, every single time he catches a fish, every single time we hook up on one, all you hear is, there it is, there it is. And it's so funny because it's every single time. All right, I need to put this back in here for a second. I got to retie that hook. The nice thing is, using the old circle hook here. You see it? Yeah, somewhat. Here. Using the old circle hook, hooked him right in the side of the mouth. And you see, I don't know if you can see it clear as day right there. You see that little abrasion from his teeth. So let's trim that off. I wonder if that was the guy that got me earlier that I didn't get. I got. Stole my hook. I didn't see another orange hook in his mouth, so. Man, oh man. Oh, by the way, so you can't catch redfish, like, basically less than a mile from here. That's where the cutoff line is. So from that line south of me, north, you can keep them, catch them and keep them. So they got, I don't know if you've ever heard of that, Mosquito Lagoon. You got that over there down the way. And they're trying to use Mosquito Lagoon to like repopulate the redfish population. The redfish population up this way, I mean, it's pretty good, right? Usually pretty good. But what's wild is having to focus, the redfish population down there in the Mosquito Lagoon, where it used to be like huge, there was everywhere. You're not really seeing it anymore. You're losing a lot of stuff down there that you used to see that you don't, because all the seagrass is dying. They're blaming it off on the fertilizers that people are putting on their yards and stuff. So they've, come up with some rules to keep that from happening. Try and limit that exposure of that. But the problem is that only works if the lawn care company actually adheres to it, right? Because when I lived in South Daytona, which is only like 10 miles north of here, my guy, I lived right on a spring-fed lake, literally right on a spring-fed lake in South Daytona. And that guy, he would use all the nitrogen stuff. He would use all the stuff he's not supposed to anywhere near the water. And I'm like, dude, like, I fish. I'm like, I don't care about having a pretty yard if it's gonna cause detriment to my fishing, right? Like, we're trying to preserve all this fishing stuff for my nieces, for everybody that's coming after us. So, anyways, let's see. It's a good day when you catch a fish that's too big to keep. Well, I agree. It's always fun. So that sailfish, it's on our one video that we caught during the Mahi Championship. You'll have to check that out. So I have there's a permit that you can get from NOAA, and you can get right in the honey hole. There's a permit you can get, and you can keep sailfish, and we've never kept one. I've caught now 4 of them, but we've only had ever brought that one into the boat for a picture. And you see, I'm like trying to step over it, and it's trying to flop, and I'm worried that they're gonna jump up and hit the boys, So I was trying to step over it daintily, and then we put it back in the water, And if we'd have been on my boat, that permit is only good on my boat, on this boat, the Hoo Hoo Hunter, which coincidentally is named Hoo Hoo Hunter because the innuendo there, but also because like wahoo just come to my boat. It's wild to me how many just, it's like they're always there, every single time we go out. But we had to throw that one back. Well, not had to throw it back. We were going to do it anyways because we were out looking for dolphin that day for that championship, obviously. See. Coolest thing I've ever seen on the water. Okay. This happened in February or March. And it's cool because it's like, how did it get there? Right. And it's just, my uncle, he's got blue eyes. I don't know if that matters or not. It seems like it does because he can see out on the water. It's like ridiculous. Now, granted, he's been out for 40 years on the water like that. But we were almost, I'd say, 3/4 of a mile away. And he looked at and he kept panning around. And I saw him tweak his head and look again. He said, there's something wrong in that water over there. There's something wrong in that water. When that wave rolled, it didn't wave right. I saw something in it. So we're like, whatever, he's full of shit. Something, right? Like, we're like, you can't see that far and stop. We went over there and when we went to that spot, he was like, it's right over there. It's just right up there a little bit more. We got up to it and at first it looked like a crossing gate, right? Like a parking garage gate. So I'm like, oh, it must have blew out in a hurricane or something. And we had the YouTube channel going, but we weren't thinking about it. And we're cruising up on it, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm like, that's extruded aluminum. They don't make those gates out of that. It had some stripes on it, and I'm looking at it, and then it hits me right about the time we're cruising past it. It was a piece off of a Southwest Airlines airplane, the tail wing out the top one on the back, the back half of it or something, or maybe it was the front piece, one of the pieces on it, because the paint scheme, when I looked at it, I was working in Sarasota. Southwest flew every day on the other side of the airport there, and I was right there at it. And so I was like looking, and I was like, man, this is freaking wild. This is a damn piece of an airplane. How did it get here? And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, all right, maybe they sunk some fuselages, and it came up, but it had a little bit of barnacle that was starting to grow on it. Like the life had started growing on it. That was cool. Cruising back in, saw like a 14-foot shark. It was just right at the top of the water, fin just hanging out, just easing along. What's some other stuff? Jeff, what do you got? What do you think? What's been something cool that we've seen? If he's even still on here, he might be. Daddy's coming. Every time I look at his comment, Daddy's coming. Let me call him real quick. I don't know if he's on the live. He hasn't commented yet. Let me call. Let me call Daddy. This guy. Calling up Jeff. Oh, a beach. Hey, I just calling you to. I saw you called. Hold on a second. Let me put you on speaker, and then you can talk with us. Huh? Oh, now you're off? Don't, well, just hang tight. You can try and talk and see if we can hear you over here.
So I was talking about the beach ball.
Yeah. Hey, Earl, can you hear him? We see whales quite a bit. I've seen orcas once. They were way out from me, but still saw them. We have sea turtles, but last year we saw a huge one up close. We got some nice sized sea turtles here. When you say huge, how big is huge? Like 3 foot, 4 foot across the diameter of a shell, or bigger, like 5, 6 feet. Okay, you can hear him. All right, Jeff, would you like to tell a story? Or you want me to?
I can tell it.
Okay, go ahead.
So So it was red snapper, and
Our 1 day a year that we get.
yeah, 1 day. So it's chaos, complete utter chaos. And we're coming in, and the rule is my wife, JJ's sister, drives the boat on the way in so we can sleep and chill. We like to be kings on the way home, like we've done something.
I drive out on the way in the morning because it's my boat. I'm in charge. I trust myself. If anything happens, I hit something, it's on me. It's on nobody else. Nobody can get blamed. Nobody can be like, I'm so sorry, or feel responsible to have to pay for something. It's on me. I got it. Right. So, yeah, we have Audrey drive back every time. And the first couple times we tried getting her to drive the boat, we were chasing bonita pods. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah. So we're coming back into the inlet, and she's driving, and all of a sudden, AJ comes alive, and he reaches over, he goes, move, 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 move. I'm going to get that beach ball. He cuts across. I mean, there's 70,000 freaking boats coming in, and he ducks it off, shuts it down, says, grab the net, we got to get the beach ball. So we float over to get this beach ball that is
Well, hold on one second. In the inlet, there was probably 20 boats coming behind us, and we were coming in from all different directions. We just like merge all in together, and we're all coming in. And the inlet here isn't super wide for the channel part of it, maybe 150, 200 feet, if that. And then you're right there against the jetty. Well, I hurried up and I rushed over, and I pushed Audrey out of the way. I spun the boat around real quick, and I turned toward the jetty, which I knew nobody would be going towards the jetty. So my uncle's like, what are you doing? He was freaking out because, probably wasn't the best idea for me to just whip a Yui. But anyways, as we're pulling up to it, I saw this beach ball. The beach ball was a clear beach ball, and it had a blow up inside of it. And the blow up was a penis. It had balls and a little smiley face on a head and all that. And it was like, it's a full size beach ball.
He was waiting so he could it had to stand up. It wouldn't be upside down or nothing. It was just standing straight up.
Yep. And so there's been a huge joke with my uncle because when I was in California and Los Angeles, East LA, one of I don't know if they just released one or if they dropped one, but anyways, so when I was in East LA, we were cruising down the road one morning, and I'm like looking, and I was driving all the guys. Everybody rode in my truck, and we're like cruising along. We're looking. I'm like, there was a woman's a veined utensil for a woman to pleasure herself, and it was laying in the street. Well, we stopped and we got a picture with it. Right, just ha ha ha. This is funny. And one of the guys, he's my boy. He's Tommy. He's just cool as shit, right? He's just a goofball. He goes up to my truck, gets a receipt, and then he starts walking around with it, and he's like waving it around, right? And as he's waving it around, he's like trying to put it in the truck with us to get on there. I was like, no, that's not getting in my truck with me. No, no, that's not coming in the truck. That's gross. So we're cruising along because Tommy snuck it in, cruising along, and Tommy says, oh, come to LA, get that thing. And he's like shaking it all around. And as he's shaking it all around in the truck, then he like pushes it out the window, and he's like holding it straight armed out the window, right? And I got a Snapchat video of this. Just thought it was funny, making memories. And as he slings that thing out the window, there's a damn school bus. So the joke is that I always find all the cylinder-shaped objects. Yeah. Oh, let me check this thing, make sure I still got bait. Replace it.
Where are you coming to get me at?
Well, that depends on you, bud. You
Well, I'm coming up to 44 now, so you tell me.
Well, I could probably roll back over to the I'll just roll over there to buy the boat ramp there. That'll work. Unless you want to try and climb down from the which I don't think it'd be that hard of a climb down from the little ramp or the little deal right here.
The bridge? You want me to climb?
Well, they got that public ramp or the public dock there, fishing dock.
Oh, yeah.
I can literally just roll right over there to you, and then the boat's tall enough out of the water that it'll almost be close. You wouldn't have to step down far. It's up to you.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, if you fall in, you can swim, so you'll be all right. Yeah. By the way, I can't swim, and I'm out here by myself. my girl was like, So, anyways,
Just so everyone knows, that's been a fun experience for me.
what the
There's been multiple situations where I look back and pray God he's still sitting in the boat.
So I have this little fiberglass 14-foot. It's flat bottom, but it's got like a V front to it, right? So it comes to a V, but it's flat all the way to the front. Okay. So it cuts waves good. Cuts wake perfect. Well, when you got two wakes that are opposing and it's got a tiller drive on it, and that tiller drive, I was cruising along, and we got some wake and it like shook us like this. Well, I lost when I jerked my tiller handle. It started moving us. Well, I almost went out. It was bad. And so Jeff's sitting up front and he's like, "Dear God, please let me turn around and see this dude sitting there still." 8.5-foot swells. How far apart though? Somebody's over there jamming out. 7% battery. Oof. We're gonna have to figure that out. Jeff, do you got a phone charger? Oh, dang. I guess I got.
You have my phone charger.
Yeah, I got the phone charger in the dually.
Where'd you park?
11 seconds. 8.5 on 11. Oof. I parked literally right off the ramp. As soon as you pull out, turn right.
Smyrna?
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't pay. Probably gonna have a ticket. Forgot about that. You know, it's wild. We gotta pay to use the boat ramp in our own county. But if you go on and you register your tag, I forgot to do it this year on that truck. I did it on the other truck. If you don't pay, you get a damn parking ticket. Oh well, it'd be all right. Um, when you say you're coming up on 44, you were on I-4 at 44?
I'm on 44 right now.
Oh, okay. How far along are you? 415 yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just passed. I just got on 44 because I just crossed over from that.
We do too.
I haven't even got the Pioneer Trail yet.
$183 to use the boat ramp. You know what's wild? They're doing that same thing in Sarasota. Sarasota has got a free public boat ramp. Well, now they're charging you to park there. And the whole reason that they're trying to do that is to discourage people from using that boat ramp because they have it on the books to build waterfront condos there so that they can have boat lifts and stuff like that. And they're basically trying to like run people out of there so that nobody makes a fuss. But that's just wild. And they're like, we're going to redo the boat ramp. We're going to put it over there.
The keys are like that too.
The keys? Oh yeah, they just got like that a few years ago, right? It's like $50 a day down there though.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an evening. Oh, come on.
What time are you at?
Huh?
What tire are you at right now?
It's outgoing. I got
to slow it down.
no. I mean it just started maybe an hour ago. Started going pretty good.
What time is high tide?
It was
low tide.
Yeah, low tide. It was high tide. Low tide is like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll have to go to the other side of the bridge and fish that on the way back. fish the other tide change. Because we got plenty of shrimp. We got some nice size shrimp too. Some selects. $8 a dozen.
Yeah.
Slava Rossi. Let's see, I need to get to bed. All right, Earl, I'll get with you, man. Your tides don't even count. Hey, it's amazing how these things pick up. Like, they just take off. They start biting as soon as that water starts to move. We only got like 3-foot tide though too, so 3 foot in and out. When I was up in Massachusetts, it's like 7. So, all right, so we got. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. It's Slava Rossi. Our average tide swing is 68 feet. Yeah, see, that's like wild to me that it's that big. It's like the farther north you go, the more it is. I understand it. The guys that are up in like Massachusetts, they were like, yeah, it's like 16 feet. At sometimes of the year is like 7 foot from one to the other, like so 14 foot. Maybe it was Maine was 16 foot. But either way, all right, Earl. Well, it was a great meeting you, man. It was great meeting you, and I'll get with you on the email, and we'll get hooked up. We'll go do some fishing. I'm fixing to have to get off here too because I'm at 4% battery, and it's gonna die quick. So, if anybody watches this all the way through, we appreciate it. If you subscribe, go on, watch some of our videos. You know, just let them play through. You know what I mean? Give us a like. Give us a follow on Instagram. Go over there to our TikTok. Go over there to our Facebook. Like, go check it out. Damn Skiffy. And I'm gonna get off here because it's my phone's dying quicker than I thought it would be. So I'm down to 3%. But anyways, everybody, appreciate all the comments. It was great meeting Earl. We're gonna go do some with the Reef Robber channel. Check that out. He's almost 30,000. So let's get him up there. Let's get him, keep him going. See. He said, I've crabbed a 15-foot swing and we lost a couple of pots. I can believe that. I can believe that. So, all right. Well, I'm going to sign off here too, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Everybody that's been on here. We appreciate it, and we're going to keep on growing, and hopefully we're above 7,000 by the morning. And we're just going to keep the momentum going. Yeah, Jeff said thank you too. So, all right, guys. Keep on keeping on. All right.